I went to the dentist today.
You did?
They
What
found
they
one
do?
cavity in it.
One cavity? They
Only
cleaned your
one.
teeth?
They
Yeah.
said that I have one loose tooth and they're gonna fix
Oh, okay. That's good.
it.
You wash your dishes? Baby. I didn't know he had went in there and locked all my deadbolts in the locks. And he come back in there and he asked me, he say, so T, you really don't want to be with me? And I was like, no, Chubby. I told him, I told you, you doing too much. You embarrassing me, so do what you do. He asked me one more time, he was like, so T, you really don't want to be with me? And I told him, no, Chubby. I turned around and I told him, no, Chubby, you doing too much. You do what you do and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So he got real aggressive, and he was like, so bitch, you don't want to be with me no more. And when I turned around, he had the horns were coming out his head. His eyes were bucked out of his face. And his eyes were bucked out of his face. And they were bloodshot red. And he was breathing like this. Well, he was coming out of his right pocket with a gun. It was a little small pistol. And I was like, Chubby, quit playing. He was like, oh, bitch, you think I'm playing? And he shot me. Well, when he shot me, I flew back on the bed. Well, my adrenaline, I didn't really know what was going on. I thought it was fake. So I come back at him with my right arm, with my left arm, and I was trying to grab at him, but he shot me again. The bullet hit me right here in front of my elbow. The bullet is stuck behind my elbow. Well, I come back at him one more time because I went down on the ground as I was coming back up. I hit him so hard, the back of his head hit the light switch. Well, that kind of dazed him a little bit because he went down. In my mind, I'm thinking run. So I just took off running. Well, when I come out my room, into the kitchen, going into the living room. As he was falling, he shot me again, and that's what popped me in my back. And so I'm laying there and I'm trying to get my legs. I'm still trying to get my legs from up under me and take off running, and I'm trying to figure out why my legs is not moving. And I thought about it. I say, oh, he done paralyzed you. It's kind of funny to me because I was worried about going to the club because we was going out that night. So I kind of laughed about it. And, right after that, he come up on me. He finally got up off the floor out of my bedroom and come in there on me. And he was standing right here on my right side. And he was talking to me. And I was telling him, no, Chubby, please don't do that. His last words to me, what I remember is, I loved you. And he shot me in my head. And he stood there and he talked a little bit more. And he shot himself in his temple. And he fell like kind of behind me. And so I laid there for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes, to make sure he didn't think I was playing. I'm trying to make sure he was dead, and he never moved. So my living room is wood floors. The living room and the den is wood floors. So I kind of I turned myself around and I kind of slid myself back to my bedroom through the blood to get back to my bedroom where my phone was, where the incident first started. And by the time I got to my bedroom door, once I got to the hallway to get myself into my room, all of that is carpet. So I was tired and I couldn't really move. My body was just heavy. It felt like nothing but dead weight. So I kind of grabbed the doors and just threw myself into the room. And I was bleeding so much on my head, I couldn't see nothing. So I didn't know how bad I was hurt. So I didn't want to, move too much. I got my phone and I dialed 911 and I told them who I was and where I lived at, and that my ex-boyfriend had shot me 5 times and blowed his head off. I told him I didn't know for sure if he was dead, because I was trying to hurry up and get back to my room. He hadn't made it in there to me, and could they please hurry up? The dispatcher lady who took my 911 call, she had me to sit on the phone with her up until the police come in. By the time once the police come in, she hung up and they all come in and was questioning me and was asking me again what had happened. They cut my clothes off, put the gown on me, and got me into the ambulance. And I got up there to the hospital. It was probably about maybe a little bit after 11. And they washed me off and took me through the machine, and that was it. My family was up there. I sat up till about 2 o'clock, and they told my mom, they were saying that I was in critical condition, to expect for me, I might not be here the next morning. God said that ain't happening because I'm still here.